thank you for joining me again. I am about to make a box for the little mini album I made, and today my delivery came with my pre-order, and it had these are little pizza boxes that are going to be in the new autumn winter catalogue, which you'll be able to buy from September the 1st, but as a demonstrator we get to buy some stuff early, and I was hoping, just to save me time, that it would fit in, and it would if I hadn't have done tags. So it won't fit in with the tags, which is a shame. So I'm going to make a similar sort of thing, I think, but I'm going to have to make it slightly bigger for the tags. But aren't these gorgeous? And they're can you see that shiny? That's so that they're food safe. So I think, you know, you can fit a nice big cookie in there, or something edible, and it'll be fine. And then you can decorate it however you want. So they're really cute. You get them in packs of 8, and I can't remember how much they are, but not very much. Okay, I think they work out about 50p each, something like that. All right then, so I shall get on and make my box. Okay, so I've done a little bit of working out, and I decided by using my grid mat I could measure that 4 inches by 4 inches was what I needed, and about 1 inch depth. So I've done my little diagram on my little post-it note, so I can work out where I want to score and how big my card is. So I'm doing it in Calypso Coral. You could have done it in, I think, Pool Party or Old Olive, but I don't have Pool Party or Old Olive cardstock, but I do have Calypso Coral. So that's what I'm doing it. Actually, I think I do have Pool Party, but I'm going to do it in Calypso Coral. So there we go, because actually it's not my favourite, and I'm going to cover most of it up, so it'll be neat. So using my scoreboard, I say it's going to have the same sort of opening as the sort of pizza box one, so I quite like that. So we're going to score on the long side at 1 inch, at 5 inches, at 6 inches, at 10 inches. Oh, slip there. 10 inches, and then we're going to flip it round, and we're going to score at 1, and then again at 5, and that's the scoring done. I'm not going to burnish it on this, because when I watched the other one back I realised that it's a bit noisy, so we shall just fold and burnish these edges. Oh, that's much quieter, isn't it? There we go, and then these ones, ever so quick and simple, these sort of pizza style opening boxes. I didn't really need to buy the others, but sometimes it's nice for quickness. It would have been ideal. I am a bit rushed. I have got to leave tomorrow, and I've got 65 million things to do today before I leave. So we're going to cut some things away. So we're going to cut up all these up edges. We're going to cut them up and notch them. Like so. Oh, didn't cut that very well. Never mind, you're not going to see that. No panic, Mr. Mannering. Okay. I've not done this in a prototype. Normally, before I video anything, I do a prototype first, but I think I'm getting a bit clever with myself and thinking I can do it. We shall see. We shall see. If I don't, what have I wasted? A bit of cardstock. So that is the bottom of our box. So that's going to stick up like so. That's going to fold in, and then that's going to be the top of our box, which is going to come down and fold in. So we're going to get rid of these corner bits. You know, I really should have done a prototype, because now, no, we're just going to cut up like I was doing before. Going to cut up and notch again. You can cut it away, but I think I'm going to leave it. There's another box I make where I actually cut it away, but I'm not going to do that on this one. So base, lid, yeah, right. So that's that. Did I notch that side? No, gonna now. There we go. So I'm going to put some DSP on here to decorate it. So I'm going to decorate the bits that you're going to see. So I'm going to cut those bits up and come back to you. Right, so I knew where I was going to stick it. I kind of closed the box up and I did a little cross where I was going to put my DSP. No point in doing it on the bottom, you're not going to see it. You can if you want. So I did a little cross on these sort of four edges, and then I decided I'm going to put a piece in the middle. The middle bit I'm going to do in the same DSP that I covered I used on the inside of the box. On the book, sorry. It is the inside of the box. And then on the outside I'm choosing the smaller pattern of the same sort of roses. So you can get these sheets. They're 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, and these are 3 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. So this would be one piece of 6 by 6 with a bit to spare, and then the other piece I've cut out a piece of 6 by 6. So I've got quite a bit to spare there for another project. Okay, so not using huge amounts of supplies on this, and so I'm just going to stick those to my box. I'm going to use some snail for this. Oh yeah, I'm going to be brave. No wigglage with snail. But let's be brave. I can do it. I can stick it. I can make it straight, I can. That is my version of the mice on the magical mouse organ from Bagpuss. I loved Bagpuss. I have quite a few Bagpusses because it was my favourite programme as a child. And I sing it all the time. And I've actually got a little mouse, and it does make that sing that song when you touch it, kind of squeeze it. And I remember when we moved house, it was in a bag of toys. There was that and some other sort of piano type toy, and for the entire day, every time that bag got moved, it would play that tune and drive us all insane. I've not done that one quite straight, but it doesn't matter. It's handmade. Want perfection? Buy a factory made thing. It won't be half as nice. There we go. Stuck that to my grid paper. What me like? Right. There we go. And I quite like this lighter shade of Calypso Coral. I just find this is all a bit sort of, I don't know. I'm not sure if I like it. I bought it because I had some Celebration DSP from a few years ago that went with it, and that's why I bought it. But I think I've had the packet of cardstock for 2 years. I've still got loads left. But my niece has just been for a visit, and she was wearing an orange frock, so I figure she must like orange if she was wearing an orange frock. So that was what gave me the idea of this. Otherwise I'd have probably used the one that was a bit more purpley in the collection, Rich Raspberry. I love that colour. I'm a purple girl, me. I think it stems from being a Donny Osmond fan in my childhood, and then a Prince fan in my adulthood. And I mean, I already liked purple before I discovered Prince, and that just cemented it really, because purple was Donny Osmond's favourite colour, in case you were wondering. Or probably still is, in fact. There we go. So that's that on the inside. So now I'm going to, so that's the top and this is the bottom. So I'm going to stick these together. So I am going to use Tombow for me sticking, and I'm going to stick that down a little bit. If I do a little bit of fooze there, that'll do it. So a bit of Tombow on these bits. I did buy a refill for my fast fuse, so it could use fast fuse, but it needs fitting, and I am actually trying to pack, trying to get going. Got to go out for tea tonight with a mate. I don't have to. She's invited me over. I'm going. It's nice. And I got to leave early tomorrow, so going back to me roots, going back to the West Country. I do find that my accent sort of dilutes a bit living in Yorkshire, and then I go back down for a little holiday and I goes all back to it. It's like I've never left. There we go. And then I just need to put some glue on these bits. And then put these flaps down. And then I'll stick it down whilst it's over, and then we know it will fit. That's the idea anyway. Oh, that one's come apart. Oh my goodness me. There we go. Use my chest to lean on. Like so. There. There. Oh, do you know? Not bad really, without having not done a prototype. Right, so we need a little bit of a thumb hole there to get in. So I've got my 1/2 inch circle punch. So thankfully fits in. Otherwise that could have been a disaster, darling, couldn't it? There we go. So that's my little thumb hole there. That gets it out. And then I'm going to put that in there. Oh, do you know, it's like it was made to fit. It was. So that's that done. So how to decorate. I'm going to give that a thought and come back. Right, so after lots of different sort of trying out different sort of ribbons and way to tie it and that, I've decided to go for a belly band. Okay, so I have used the Label Me Pretty happy birthday stamp because it's quite floral, and I thought that would go nicely, and it says happy birthday to you. Cut it out and then just sponged it with Calypso Coral around the edges, and from the little bit of cardstock that was cut off, because we cut it at 6 inches, I've cut a strip at 1.5 inches, and then from the DSP I have picked out a bit that's got the blue to match, and cut that at 1 inch, and it won't go all the way around to the back, but doesn't matter. And I wanted a bit of ribbon. Now the ribbon that we've got that's Clips of Coral is a bit thin, I think, the one that I used on the inside to do that. I thought that was a bit thin. I thought it needed something a little bit thicker, and so this is a bit of retired ribbon that's still in my stash, and so I'm using that. So apologies for using something that's retired, but I thought that worked well. So I'm just bending the belly band round. I'm going to trim a bit off that, so I'm going to stick the sentiment over that so we don't see the join. So I'm just going to trim a bit off that because it's a bit too long. And I'm going to use Tombow because we don't want it to come apart. So looking now for me Tombow. So I'm going to stick a bit on there, stick a bit on the edge there, and line it up, and I managed to smudge it. There we go. Hold that in place. I shall just pull it off so that I can then hold it together for a good stick. And then I'll just, now that that's done, I'm going to get my bowl folder and give it a good crisp burnish. Okay, and then slip that back on. I always find when I do a belly band that it kind of just goes on one way. I bet you it won't go on the other way. There we go. So that's that. And then I've just, because it is 6 inches, but it's now got a belly band on, it won't quite reach the bottom, but I don't think that matters. And I'm just gonna put a bit of, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna put a bit of fast fuse on this. I should have stuck that the other way around. Oh, I could put it up the other way around, couldn't I? Oh, I'll just have it below. It's fine, it's fine. Stop fussing. Right, so oh, run out of snail. Marvellous. We'll put a bit of Tombow on that edge there. So I eyeball this to be in the middle. Need to get my eyes tested. Should have gone to Specsavers. That'll do. Fold that down. Lovely. On there. Super. And then I'm going to put a bit of ribbon. Again, I'm going to do it so that the join is in the middle here. The other way. So I'm going to use glue dots for this. Just sticky them down. How did I decide to do it? That way. So could actually move it a little bit so it's about the same place as the other join. So stick a glue dot there. Trim a bit of ribbon off. dot that together. What am I doing? Yeah. Like so, and I'm gonna stick that there. I'm gonna use a couple of dimensionals and I'm gonna stick one in the middle, and I'm gonna put on the belly band, because otherwise I'll end up sticking it on the top of the box and that won't be any good. But I have put that one in the wrong place. Back. Put it towards the top. That'll work, won't it? And so it's slightly off centre, or I can move it up a bit. Now, I think I quite like it slightly off centre. I find that because sometimes it's difficult to catch the centre, that if you deliberately do it off centre, then it looks like it meant to be that way, and it's easier than trying to get it centred. That's my theory anyway. So that's it. I quite like that. And the bottom is just clips of coral, and I think that works really well. Okay, so if you visit my blog, you can see all the measurements, and there'll be a link to my shop if you want to purchase any stuff. Thank you. Bye.